So, what do everyone think about working together on these case studies? Did teaming up help?
Absolutely. Working together made everything easier and stronger. Each of us brought our own strength. So we had a mix of different ideas and different ways of looking at things.
Yeah, it really felt like everyone was seeing things a little differently, and that helped us cover all the angles. Sometimes one of us would notice something that other they hadn't thought of. That added a lot of depth to our strategies.
Exactly, and I think we all made each other more aware too. Like when we discussed ideas, we would find ways to improve and adjust them if they didn't seem quite right for the student. It also helped us to, I think, police each other's strategies as well.
Yeah, I also like that we could list out the pros and cons of different strategies together. It made the final plan feel more realistic and effective because we all thought through how it would actually work.
Yeah, same here. I think we learned a lot from each other's perspectives, and that really made our brainstorming and planning a better experience for everyone.
Definitely, collaborating helped us create support strategies that were really well rounded and thoughtful.
Now let's talk about why it was important to think about their ages in the support plans. For Urjo, since he was a teenager, we focused on giving him more independence, right?
That's right. Teenagers want to feel in control, so we try to let him take charges of his learning. We also use humor to help him keep calm when he's upset.
Yeah, humor worked well. It kept him interested and helped us to handle the tough times. It felt like right support for his age.
Yeah, and for Brittany, since she was quite younger, we took a different approach for her. We gave her more one-on-one support and had her work with other students who could support and help her.
Exactly. The one-on-one time allowed her to ask questions and feel supported. Plus, having her peers involved gave her a sense of friendship and teamwork.
That's right. It made he sees getting right support and she's feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
So by thinking about their age, we could support him right kind of support.
Yeah, so right and left, we did the approaches suitable for their ages and their developmental stages so that it could be more effective for each of them.
Yes, exactly.
Let's talk about how well our strategies work for each student. What do you guys think?
I think it worked great. Like using digital aids, those were so helpful for students who learn by seeing, and for students who need extra guidance, we use step-by-step instruction, so they could follow along without feeling lost.
Yeah, and giving breaks was the most important thing too for the students who have trouble focusing. Those short breaks helped them come back and get more ready to learn. It kept them engaged without getting too tired.
And we are also focused on their strategies, strength, and not just their challenges. For students who like hand-on tasks, we added activities where they could get involved and feel confident.
Yeah, right. And letting them to make some choices gave them more control, and it made them feel more independent and confident too.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely, with these strategies, the students seem to feel more understood and capable. It created a positive, supportive atmosphere for everyone.
Agreed. By matching each student's strengths and challenges, we made a learning environment that really worked for each person.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about accessing the strategy we developed and how well did we address the needs of students rather than the convenience of staff or the teacher best approach, like sharing our insight or challenges that we have encountered in prioritizing student centered approaches.
Yeah, when assessing the strategy, we made sure to directly address each student's particular needs, and we focused on the strategy that provide flexibility, which will be simpler and more comfortable for each student. And some challenges, some strategy needed more time or resource.
Yeah,
like
we
you all see
needed
there.
really more time
And which could not be always accessible whenever we want, and it's hard to balance the educational setting with student requirements too.
Yes,
Yeah.
so in conclusion, we just focused on individualized care plan for the students
Yeah.
rather than focusing on what is convenience for the
Staff,
teachers and the instructors.
Yeah,
Yes.
instruction.
So what do you guys think we could do differently next time we work in the team like this?
I think we should make our roles really clear from the beginning. Sometimes it got confusing about who was doing what, and that could lead to us doing the same thing twice or missing something important.
Good idea. If everyone knows their part, then we want to waste time or skip any of the steps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think we should have regular feedback check-ins. That way we can see if things are working or if we need to make any changes as we go along.
Yeah, I agree too, Kamala. Yeah, and also, like, it's better to catch up, like, any problems early rather than waiting until the very end of the assignment.
Definitely.
And we should also set some rules for communications, like making sure everyone gets a chance to talk and share ideas without interrupting anyone.
Yeah, right. So even if we have different ideas, we should make sure everyone feels heard.
Agreed. So clear roles, regular check-ins, and better communication. These would really help us work better as a team overall.
Next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, do you think we had enough information to create the best support for Brittany and Urzu?
Not really. For Ujo, we knew he liked art, but we didn't know other things he could enjoy, like music or sports. If we knew more about him, we could like make the activities more fun, related to his interests.
Yeah, agreed to Dara. Knowing what he likes would have helped us make, like, better strategies to get him engaged.
Definitely. And for Brittany, we didn't know much about how she get along with other kids. If we knew more about her social life, we could figure out if she would do better with friends or if she needed more one-on-one support as well.
Right. Knowing how she interacts with others would help us know like what kind of support would work better for her.
So more details about their personal lives and how they socialize would help us create better strategy for them.
Yes, definitely. Now let's reflect on the ethical consideration and potential bias that might have influenced our support strategy discussion, and how can we ensure that our future collaborations are guided by the best interest of the students rather than the other external factors.
Yeah, we realize while working for the case studies, we realize that how essential it is to look up for biases and unconsciously allowing personal opinions, presumptions affect the strategy plans. And it may be like a strategy too demanding for Brittany or any other individuals that might have necessarily limited the support.
So also we want to establish reflective practices in the upcoming collaborations, set feedbacks, monitor bias, pressures and strategies, and by regularly evaluating each strategies and expecting a result out of it, we can ensure that our future collaborations are guided by the best interest of the students. And I think working as a team, we have different perspective, we come from different background, and if everyone work together as a team, sharing their opinion and thoughts, and their perspective, then I think our decision will not be influenced by any external factors, but it will be focused on what is best for the students as well.
Yeah. So this way, other external factors won't affect
Any project.
any strategy to support the individuals.
Yeah, it will be based on what is best for the students.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
So when we looked over the tax analysis chart, did you notice anything we could have missed or have done better?
Yeah, we forgot some smaller steps that could help students understand the tax better. Sometimes we assume they would already know certain things, but that might not be the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, good point. So, what do you think we should do next to make sure we don't miss everything, like anything?
I think we should make a checklist for every step, even the small ones. That way, we could make sure we have covered everything.
Yeah.
And maybe we can also ask our colleagues for feedbacks to make sure the tax analysis works well for the students.
Exactly. That all help us to improve and make our task more clear next time.
Yeah,
Yes.
for everyone.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about how clear our steps were in the tax analysis chart. Like, do you guys think we made them easy enough for the student to follow?
For the most part, yes, we focused on keeping the steps simple and as appropriate, but I noticed that sometimes we didn't specify exactly what kind of prompts to use, like whether it should be verbal instructions or visual cues.
Good point. That could have helped guide the students better for the reinforcement. We sometimes miss clear instructions on how to reward positive behavior consistently.
Yeah, I think adding specific prompts and reinforcement would make things clear and help the students stay on track.
Exactly. Next time we can plan more specific prompts for each steps and choose the right reinforcement for each student. That way the steps will be clear and they will feel more supported.
That's right. With these modifications and our strategies will be even more effective and engaging for each student.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you all think we can take what we learned from the case studies and actually use it in placement?
Well, one of the big things that I learned was the value of teamwork. We had so many different perspectives, and that really helped us build better support plans. And during the placement, I think I will try to get my colleague input when I am creating a care plan.
Yeah, it can only make it stronger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I also realized how important it is to keep everything person centered.
Yeah.
Instead of using a one size fit all approaches, I want to really focus on each student's needs, strength, and preferences. It makes a huge difference, I guess.
Yeah, I totally agree. To keep person centered, I'm thinking about making a profile for each student I work with. Something simple that could help me track what they need, what they like, and how they respond to different strategies. This way, I can make sure I am always adjusting things for them.
That's great idea. I also think regular group discussion could help. Like if we have unsure about whether something is age appropriate or working well, we could ask the team for their feedbacks.
Yeah.
Yes, and staying open to change is key. If a strategy isn't working for a student, we shouldn't be afraid to switch things up.
Yes, right.
Let's think of.
Yeah, and we should also give the students choices whenever possible. Letting them have a say in their own support plan can make them feel empowered and help us make sure the strategies is really fitting for their age and their interests.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. By keeping these steps in mind, we can keep our support person centered and the strength best and effective through all of our placements.
Yeah, I totally agree. Let's keep these ideas in our focusing moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.